Peace Collective. My name is Kay and I'm a messenger of the universe. Welcome back to my channel, y'all. Even if you're new here, this is not the first time that our souls have crossed paths. Let's get started, y'all, with this reading and see what messages are coming out. I'm going to start off with the intuitive messages like I usually do as well. And I love when the weather is like really nice in the morning. So yeah, I had to record because the sun is sunning. And I just love the way that it just feels outside in general. Like it's very chill and it's not too warm. Like it'd be so hot, y'all. Like, oh my goodness. So let's go ahead and get started and see what messages are coming out for this collective. What do they need to know? I'm seeing a pencil. I'm seeing like a number 2 pencil. So some of y'all could be learning to do something manually, doing something you're performing a task in an old school way, or in a way that maybe is like a little bit older. Some of y'all could be learning something that is a little bit older, or like you are learning something that came from the past. So I'm also thinking of tradition when I think of the pencil. Like I think of doing something in like a traditional way, or doing something in a way that maybe is not expected for your time period. One second. I thought I saw a card flipped out, but maybe I'm just tripping. So some of y'all could be clinging to tradition or clinging to doing something a different way. And I'm hearing it might be more work, but it's almost like this might be just the way that you're comfortable doing it, or something you're just comfortable with. Like there really is a level of comfort into something that you're learning or understanding. And I feel like the way that you're learning, it may be considered old school, but it's effective, okay? And I think it's kind of ironic for like, you know, right now we're in a more technologically advanced society. So I feel like some of y'all could, like, for example, if you're dealing with cyber attacks or network attacks, security issues or anything like that, I feel like some of y'all could be reverting to like doing something in a traditional way, because you may realize like there's just too many flaws, or there's not enough like there's a lot of vulnerabilities within this new system. So you kind of want to wait until there's an established stability before you like partake in certain trends or partake in certain practices. I feel like some of y'all have the mentality where like you're not necessarily against some of the practices happening, but it's like the way that they go about it that bothers you. You're like, yeah, I'm gonna wait until something better comes along, or until, you know, they invent something that's actually like useful, something like that. I see some of y'all just deciding to take the long route, and what you're doing you may have to do more work to like get the end result finished, but you're gonna feel like it's worth it. And some of y'all could also be writing, like you may write physical copies of your work so that no one can just if you accidentally delete a digital copy, then you're gonna always have a copy of your story no matter what. I feel like some of y'all could also be working on business dealings with someone. There's a spider that actually just walked across here really fast. I feel like some of y'all could be experiencing like a certain area of your life, like where it's you have to focus on this. Like if you're a writer, you have to focus on your writing. I feel like it has something to do with your writing, or like tech related job or something like that. It could be anything like anything Gemini energy as well is what I'm getting. So the 10 of Pentacles came out. I feel like a lot of y'all are actually going to be making a lot more money soon if you haven't already. I'm seeing like some of y'all, your credit score could be increasing. Others of y'all, you're going to be able to pay off your debt easier. Others of y'all, you're just going to be able to afford to take care of yourself or a family. I'm seeing with the 10 of Pentacles, it's also about like long-term stability. So I feel like some of y'all, if you've been working towards having like, you want to have like multiple streams of income, or you want to have stability that can't be taken away from you, I see this being a success. You could be dreaming about this as well, especially if you've been dreaming about things that you can't remember. I feel like this is a sign that you've actually been receiving downloads about your future, especially your stability. But there's some of it that maybe is supposed to be a surprise, or some of it is just going to come to you over time. It won't come to you immediately. So it's, especially with the Ten of Pentacles, it's like you're going to have to, it's going to take time to come into Ten of Pentacles stability. But I see you will be successful in achieving this goal. Like, this is like generational wealth, the Ten of Pentacles. So some of y'all could also, you already come from a family with money, but you've decided to pick up the responsibility to maintain the family wealth or something like that. I see this being like a really big part of your life right now, or you're just in a chapter of your life where you're realizing you have to pull your weight. Some of y'all are realizing the mortality of like some of the people around you, that they won't be here forever, and you have to be able to take care of yourself in the event that anything happens to them. So I feel like a lot of y'all are just considering the future and considering that you're just not taking for granted anything around you, and you're taking up these opportunities. And I see it being a success. Like, I see gateways and doorways opening for you, and you may be confused because you may feel like, what did I do to like deserve this, or like what did I do to even earn this, in a way. Like, I feel like some of y'all may be feeling imposter syndrome due to the fact that the stuff you're achieving or the amount of wealth you're making is so, it's gonna feel impossible to your current self. Like, your current self wouldn't be able to fathom the amount of money and wealth that you're about to step into. And I feel like that's also like a part of it as well, is that like some of y'all you're not really meant to know every single detail. You're just supposed to kind of know the outline of everything. Like, you may know the supposed draft, if you will. So I feel like a lot of y'all are understanding that you are highly blessed and favored, collective. Highly blessed and highly favored. Some of y'all could be going through a breakup or something, or someone could have broken up with you. I feel like whatever this happened with this breakup, it was very important to you for you to leave this behind, especially in order for you to like really go after your dreams and to really shine the way you wanted to. Like, you could have been with someone who just really dimmed your light, or like they just didn't really have the best opinion on how you should present yourself. Like, I'm seeing someone who could have told you you have to like you couldn't wear certain things, or you couldn't look a certain way even though you really wanted to, or like this, it was just kind of like a way of self-expression for you. And I feel like this person kind of wanted to stifle your creativity in a way, because they felt like you had to kind of mold yourself to what they wanted and what they find attractive. And I feel like some of y'all are like breaking free from like the mentality of making yourself less than for someone else, or feeling the need to like dim your light, especially with the Ace of Wands. Like, you're realizing you are the inspiration, especially if you pay attention to the influence of your first house and what's going on in that planet, or in that what's going on in that what's going on in that house. I feel like you'll start to understand yourself a lot better, and especially the way you've been inspiring other people who have generational wealth. I'm not gonna lie, some of y'all could have people in high positions watching you right now, or wanting to extend an opportunity or extend recognition in some way, because you could have really influenced these people. And yeah, I feel like some of y'all could be surprised by the amount of people that you're going to realize you've been influencing or inspiring, or people who follow you, keep up with what you're doing. I'm hearing keep up the great work. Like, so I feel like some of y'all are being encouraged to not give up. You're being encouraged to not let go of certain things that really make you happy. Let go of the things that are keeping you back from doing those things. I'm trying to pull one more card, but like I swear like 5 want to come out. I'm gonna pull one more card, and then I'll organize them too so that y'all can see them clear. Okay, we have the Fool. It's the way these cards look in this lighting as well. Like, it's kind of cool, I'm not gonna lie. So I'm kind of also noticing, even with the lighting, that like you can mainly see like this pentacle at the top, which matches this Fool card, the sun in the Fool card. So I feel like there's something that you're reaching towards, and like people could have thought you were crazy, or they thought you were weird, or they thought you weren't gonna make it, or you wouldn't be successful. And I feel like you're actually gonna like show people like you can do it, or that it's possible, especially if it's people who came from where you come from. I feel like some of these people feel like as if you're not really supposed to have more than, or anything greater than what they're doing. I'm hearing something about them feeling like they want you to do good but not better than them. So these people supported you as long as you were at least underneath them, if not as equal to them. But I feel like some of y'all are starting to surpass people from your past, or you're starting to make more money now, or you're starting to invest your money more wisely. Some of y'all are just saving up your money as well. I feel like with the Ace of Wands, some of y'all can be understanding that some people are just kind of like a mirror for you, to collective. I feel like some of y'all are realizing the people around you are almost like a mirror, serving as a mirror. And I'm hearing there's something about y'all being a really highly influential person, and you almost like create trends naturally. And again, this does not matter if you're like, you do not have to be a celebrity to be influential. You can literally be someone in your hometown. Like, you just have certain thoughts, opinions that like years later, months later, it's like it becomes a trend. It's stuff like that, collective. Like, you may have like Aquarius in your first house or something like that, because they tend to be like trendsetters and stuff like that. Or you have like Uranus in Aquarius. Ace of Wands. I see a new idea taking off for you, collective, and it's going to make you a lot of money. Or you may be feeling very protective over your money as well, because people could be playing with you or just not doing their job correctly. And some of y'all are just like, you're not dealing with that. Or some of these people feel like because of your gender, they may be able to get one over on you or something, or they felt like they could play you. There's someone from your past who's definitely still in love with you. This person still has feelings for you, and I feel like they're not afraid to show it to other people too. So I feel like this person, they would be the type of person where, like, even if you dated them for like one time, they would still bring it up like 10 years later. They're like, oh, I dated them when I was like 15, like we dated for a month. Like, I feel like y'all have that type of influence where people don't forget you, and like they even bring you up as like clout to like make themselves seem cool, and like they're doing something special to other people. Like, they kind of bring up your name or the experience they had with you, especially if it was romantic or sexual. Like, they kind of feel like, oh my god, y'all, I was with collective, like did you know I dated collective? Like, I feel like some of these people are kind of treating your name like they're basically just trying to get clout off of basically saying they were with you, or they were friends with you, or they knew you. I feel like some of y'all really have that sort of impact. And you know, it's not always flattering to be the one that's remembered, honestly, like especially when the person ain't ish. So yeah, I feel like some of y'all can be like, I wish you would forget me. Like, please, it's been 10 years, bro. Like, get a job, like get a house, start a family. Like, why are you still thinking about me? And I feel like that's kind of the vibe that is giving with like some of these people, especially with the Fool card. Like, people just be acting dumb over you, collective. And some, honestly, y'all be acting dumb too, especially with that Fool card. Like, y'all may be judging people for being dumb. Meanwhile, y'all also have a mirror to look at, because you may have not always spent your money wisely. You may not have always invested your ideas wisely as well. I see some of y'all told people you should not have told about your ideas, and those people tried to steal it from you. So like, you have your fair share of stories to tell about you being stupid. But I feel like the difference here is y'all are learning from your mistakes. What's that saying? Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Like, y'all don't let people play you twice. And honestly, I think it's kind of funny. I'm getting this TikTok audio where she was like, y'all will never get the chance to treat me like I'm a piece of ish again. Like, that's the vibe y'all are giving right now. Like, you may fool me once, but twice, no, absolutely not. So yeah, very fiery, sassy energy, like very Aries like energy, or even any fire sign, but specifically Aries. Like, some of y'all be ready for war, okay? Like, you don't be playing about it. So let's see in love, what does this collective need to know about? Like, I feel like some of y'all, you come from money, or you might come from wealth or something, or you just come from like a privileged background. Deception. Okay. Yeah, okay. I mentioned how y'all are like walking away from someone, or you could have went through a breakup. I feel like it was because someone was deceiving you. I want to know, like, what was this deception card? It's between the ace of, well, yeah, I feel like this person could have been either using you for money and or X. And it kind of came to light that this person was deceiving you. They weren't being honest, or they were just kind of in it for the bag or something. Like, they just wanted to see what they could get out of you. And I feel like you walked away from this. And some of y'all could be disconnecting from the world now. You just want to stay to yourself, especially with the retreat card. It's not really giving like, I want to love again. It's giving like, I just want to stay to myself and disconnect from everybody. Like, I'm not really trying to, like, yeah, especially since like you could have, like, you kind of feel like you were so stupid the first time. What makes you think you wouldn't be stupid the next time around it happened? So I feel like some of y'all are just deciding to disconnect from dating altogether. You're just not interested in like seeking out love. You're just like, if it comes to me, it will come. Like, I'm gonna focus on this and this and this, but I'm not gonna be focused on like getting a man or finding a husband. Like, I feel like a lot of y'all are gonna realize like it comes very easily when you're not looking for it. And I just see y'all like deciding to be more patient with yourself, especially because you have more to lose and you have something to protect. So you just really don't want everybody and their mama knowing that what you have going on, okay? So some of y'all could be feeling a little bit more secretive these days, wanting to stick to yourself. Even if you have a lot of like fame and or attention, you just may be feeling the need to like really almost like be like a hermit, like just staying to yourself, especially because I keep with that full card, I keep thinking of how like there's this like overarching feeling of like, I've made this mistake before, I've done this before, like I don't want this to happen again. Like, you're just tired of the same cycles repeating. And especially when it comes to other people and they don't want to learn their lessons, or they're just not intelligent enough to recognize that they're not learning their lessons, and they just keep repeating those cycles, and you're just exhausted by having to coach them out of the same situations. You're like, dang, you still ain't learned your lesson. Like, you still, like, people around you are getting hurt because you're not learning the lesson. People you love are getting hurt. Like, do you not, like, it's almost like there's like a disconnect you feel with certain people because you may have empathy for them, but they don't really have empathy for you collective. So I feel like some of y'all, again, it reminds me of a message I was getting within my older videos, where it's like, you just want to be around better people in general. You want to be around people who are self-aware, who are striving to do and be better, and not making excuses as to why they can't. And I feel like some of y'all, you could have ignored the signs before, but after this deception you experienced most recently, I feel like you're done. Like, I'm hearing collateral damage or something. Like, it was just like, sometimes it's just about the principle of certain situations, not necessarily because something happened to you directly. I feel like a lot of y'all are empathetic enough to know, like, if this person is treating them that way and they consider themselves close, I can only imagine what they would do to me and I'm an acquaintance. Like, I kind of feel like y'all have that mentality. You don't have to wait for someone to treat you bad directly in order to like realize they're a bad person. You can see the way that they treat other people and you're like, yeah, I know I'm gonna stay away from them, or I know like this person is gonna deceive me next. So I feel like that's also a part of your gift, because you guys are able to have high discernment because you don't always make everything about yourself, or you don't take everything personally. And that's really, it's your confidence, honestly. Like, it takes a lot of confidence to not take everything that happens or doesn't happen to you personally, to not take rejection personally, or someone missing a call or missing your message and you're not taking it personally, or it's like a slight against you as a whole. Like, I feel like a lot of y'all have a lot of confidence, and this is also what's making you stand out, especially in a career or a field you're in where you're making money. And I feel like this is going to be the reason you rise to the top, because you have confidence, and even people who are deceptive, you kind of unmask them naturally because your energy is like a light bringer into situations. With that Ace of Wands, you kind of bring more light to situations, which illuminates things that people weren't able to see before, or you just bring a new perspective because of your the way that you think. Your ideas are very interesting as well and intriguing. And I feel like some of y'all may be developing a better relationship with like the mistakes that you've made in the past, or just feeling like you should trust yourself more to make decisions in your future, especially when it comes to after this retreat that you're gonna have, or this like period of solitude, or just this period of you taking time out for self. I feel like you're really going to start feeling more confident in whatever it is that you want to pursue next, because you've kind of like learned to trust yourself more during that time. Yeah, I'm hearing like you may get clarity in solitude, collective. Or like if you have a question, the answer is yes. you did get the job, or you did make the opportunity, you did meet the criteria. King of Cups, there's definitely like someone who's really like loving something that you're doing. I feel like, I don't know why, but with the King of Cups, especially over the Ten of Pentacles and that deception card, I feel like someone around you could have seen you navigate in a situation with deception, and it made them like fall in love with you more, or they like love the way you navigated the situation where someone could have been using you for money, or like this person knows that you're very intelligent enough to tell when someone's trying to deceive you for your money. And like, I don't know, this person like loves that about you. Like they love how you're not easily fooled or manipulated, or you don't let people play in your face, and like especially in the name of being kind, or in the name of being nice to people. Like you're not the type of person to be like, well, I don't want to be mean to them. You're like, girl, bye. Some of y'all can have like Aries placements or Scorpio placements, because that's really Martian, Plutonian, even Saturn energy. Some of y'all can be Capricorns too, or like Saturn people, because like you really don't care about the attention. Like y'all are just like, girl, I hope you think I'm mean, because I have way too much to lose for you to just be thinking you can ask me for help 24/7. Like I kind of feel like some of y'all have a little bit of that attitude, and it's gonna rub some people the wrong way, of course, but the right people, they're gonna be inspired, and they're gonna feel like, dang, like this person actually knows what they're worth, and they have boundaries. And I feel like that shows that you have respect for yourself, and you know your worth, collective. That's all I gotta say. You know your worth, and you're not settling. I mean, couldn't pay you to settle, honestly. Not enough in the world. Yeah, Five of Wands over the Ace of Wands. Someone could be fighting over your idea, or fighting for credit over your idea or the work that you did. They could be demanding you give them attention, especially because of this new attention you have, or this new money you have. It's almost like people can tell you have money, or you have more money at least. And people could be fighting over your, collective, especially behind the scenes, or they're fighting for your attention or for your affection. I'm kind of getting more of a little bit of patheticness with the Five of Wands, because I kind of feel like the fighting that's happening for you, it's almost like this is like fighting for a spot on the wheel type of fighting, or like fighting for like wealth that doesn't belong to them, fighting to be like they want a place to stay, so they're fighting real hard to impress you, but like they don't have a career, they don't have a job, or they don't have a home. Like this person doesn't have much going on for themselves. They know you have a lot going on, collective. So these people, like, they see an opportunity, they're gonna protect it. So you may be feeling like not really flattered by everyone who's protecting you or defending you, because you know it's not with good intentions, and they're just doing it because they want to be seen as a hero, so that you'll give them attention, or you'll give them a little piece of the pie that you got going on, collective. I'm hearing some of y'all can be very unimpressed, especially with the Sun. That kind of brings a little bit of dramaticness, and I like how it's right over the Ace of Wands again. So it's like there's some light that you bring in, that you bring forth into the world, that is making you famous or making you well known. Or if you haven't become well known yet, I feel like a lot of y'all who chose this, collective, you will be well known at some point in your life, especially because of the work that you've been doing and because of who you are. Your intuition is on point. Make sure you continue to trust your gut, because I feel like a lot of y'all have the answers, but you just second guess yourself sometimes, and you may be very in tune, so your feelings and emotions are in tune before reality is in tune. So I feel like a lot of y'all may relate to just feeling like you can sense certain things happening before they occur, or you just pick up on things before they occur. And especially if you're just speaking and passing, people know, they remember the things that you said. They can see your gifts, even if you don't tell them, oh, I'm intuitive, or I'm this, or I'm that. It's gonna come out naturally, because it's just your gift. And I feel like a lot of y'all are just learning how to be more in control of it, and learning that you really are not like the rest, collective. Like, they not like us. Like, it really is you in this instance, because even when people try to imitate your energy, it just doesn't hit the same. Like, it's not the same readings, it's not the same like you just give authenticity, and no matter what you're pursuing. So I feel like you're always going to have people who want to come back and who want to get a piece of the pie, because they know that you're creating something that is with value. Okay, thank you so much for joining me for this reading, collective. If it resonated, drop a like, comment, and subscribe. If you want to join my beautiful community of my lovely ravens, my name is Kay. I had the pleasure of being your reader today, and I hope to catch you in my next video. Peace out.